Hey, good evening, everybody. Uncle Claude here. It's been a while. Make sure to hit that like button on the way in. Thank you so much. I know it's been a while, folks, but it is time for the final time in the 2025 season, 2026 Super Bowl. It is time for my Super Bowl picks. Once again, make sure to hit that like button on the way in. I really appreciate that. And before I start with my NFL picks, I'd like to congratulate the Hall of Fame class of 2026. For the most part, they did get it right. Drew Brees was the first ballot inductee, along with Luke Kuechly. One of my favorite wide receivers, the great Larry Fitzgerald, and kicker Adam Vinatieri. And the senior nominee, and he should have been a Hall of Famer a lot earlier than this, was Roger Craig. Spent the bulk of his career with the San Francisco 49ers. He was the first running back to catch and for 1,000 yards and run for 1,000 yards. I remember him in that West Coast Bill Walsh offense. He was outstanding. In fact, I remember when he first started, he was actually the blocking back for Wendell Tyler back in the 84 season when they went 15-1. Hey, Cheryl Burnett. Oh, you watching the NBA tonight? Oh, my goodness. You know what? I'm going to do an upload about that, too. I was a little bit under the weather yesterday. Hey, Michelle's daughter, the Queen Bee. How do you feel about James Harden? Oh, I would. Mr. Carruthers, how are you? Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, it's amazing how James Harden can quit a team and go exactly where he basically wants to go. I'm not sure if he wanted to go to Cleveland, but he's got a good setup. Yeah, I can't stand him either. You know what? James Harden is one of those guys. If he if he didn't know how to play basketball, this man would get no pussy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, please, you know. I mean, I know he's got this young lady on his arm with him and all that other stuff. I will talk about AD when I do my video, no question about it. In fact, I'm going to talk about both of them. Because AD, man, gee. You know, I thought that he was a top 5 player at one time, but he's one of the reasons, you know, him and James Harden are two of the reasons why basketball is unwatchable now. I mean, James Harden, gosh. John Morant, yeah. Yeah, John Morant, I feel like he wants to be Allen Iverson, and he's not. You know what I mean? He thinks he's some thug, and he's not, man. He's just so soft, man. Yeah, James Harden. Yeah, you saw how he do it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sick of James Harden. You don't follow the NBA like you should, but yeah, I get it. Listen, the NBA is just unwatchable now. It just is. It is just horrible. But I digress. As I mentioned, the NFL somewhat got it right. No, he could never be AI because AI, you know, for all the craziness, AI never had the foolishness. AI happened to be wrong place, wrong time. Oh, of course. And I look forward to that. And that'll be closer to like the playoffs and things of that nature. And though, you know, we are a couple of months away. I mean, it is February. You figure the playoffs start in late April. So, and that's when I can actually somewhat watch an NBA game, even though, oh man, and Giannis never went. He was supposed to leave Milwaukee, he never went. I guess he'll be a Milwaukee Buck for life. Yeah, baseball is one of my things too. I love baseball, but I don't know what the Yankees are doing. Oh my gosh. I know that we signed Clay Bellinger. I mean, Cody Bellinger, Clay Bellinger. He used to pitch for the Yankees, Clay Bellinger. I remember him, but I mean, we still need pitching. Our pitching is dreadful, and we still have no bullpen. The heck are we doing? Hey, Hypnotic Touch, how are you? It is so good to see you, my favorite songstress. Oh my goodness, and what a beautiful live stream you had. Yeah, I am a huge baseball fan, but the Yankees have I'm just tired of them letting me down, man. Oh my gosh, they let me down. But once again, thank you all so much, and make sure to hit that like button on the way in. Um, Let me start with the picks that should have, the Hall of Famers that should have been put in. No, thank you. You're outstanding. You know, there is no vibe quite like you, let me tell you. Nobody's there is nobody like Hypnotic Touch in this Western hemisphere. I'm just saying. Now the Belichick um Robert Kraft thing, how they didn't make the Hall of Fame. I understand why. I mean, let's face it, the man got caught cheating not once but twice. And if you want to say three times with the deflating balls and Tom Brady, you could make that case too. But man, I am so sick of. And plus, let's face it, it don't look right that Belichick got that young girl on his arm. Oh, my wonderful nemesis, misunderstood. How are you? Nice. Always a pleasure to see you. Yeah, she has a wonderful voice. I tell you what, Hypnotic, we might have to do a duet one day. We're gonna have to do a duet one day. I'm telling you. I would love to do a duet with you. Would love to do that. In fact, maybe I was gonna do a Super Bowl preview, but I mean a halftime show, but then I remembered, well, I'll talk about that another time. I don't want to talk about that right now because I don't want to bring down anybody. Because everybody knows what February 8th is for me anyway. But I digress. I'm really tired of the Steelers, LC Greenwood not making the Hall of Fame. It's an absolute joke. And if you're a Steeler fan and you grew up in the 70s, you know, you know for a fact that LC Greenwood should be in the Hall of Fame. You can make a case for Hines Ward being in the Hall of Fame if you're a Steeler fan as well. I don't understand. He's the all-time leading receiver in Steelers history. He was a four-time Pro Bowler, and he was an NFL Super Bowl MVP. Well, I love hearing you sing too, Hypnotic Touch. You're an outstanding singer. You know who else I like hearing? Church Girl has some amazing gospel songs. She has some amazing gospel songs. I'm telling you, she is outstanding. And of course, Dark Empress is sort of like my daughter or something. She's my YouTube daughter. But the Hall of Fame got it pretty much right for the most part. Yeah, that's a beautiful. You know what? I think her voice would be perfect for that. That's Cheryl Burnett's request there. Oh, my nemesis, Bella's World. How are you? Oh, you actually caught a live stream. See, this is one of those times where my terrible way of being distracted is helping. Yes, there are a lot of beautiful, there's a lot of talent in these sectors that have been untapped. There's no question about it. I know that. I know that. And all Anita Baker, you know what? That wouldn't be bad. I'll go one step further. Maybe I could do an Anita Baker day when I play music. Maybe I'll do that. Hey, Bird, how are you? So good to see you. You don't see Bella? She's not blocked. I would never block Bella. You know I'd never block Bella. I hope you see her now. Or maybe you have her blocked. There's no way she's blocked. It would take a lot for me to block somebody. Everybody knows that. You have to really cross a line for me to block you. You have to really. Yes, she did. She did some outstanding songs. I don't have you blocked. You know darn well you're not blocked here. Yeah, I'm gonna have all Anita Baker's. I'm gonna play all Anita Baker songs one day. That day it'll probably be sometime next week. I'm not sure about Valentine's Day because I gotta play everybody for Valentine's Day if I'm even on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, is sort of bittersweet now for me, but I digress. But it won't be. Maybe not this year. Uh, okay, that's probably what it is. I do have two lives. I have it on the horizontal and the vertical. I do have two lives going. So let me actually start on the game for a change. I know I've talked about everything else, but I've enjoyed myself. I'm really enjoying myself. It's been a while since I've been on, and I always feel good getting back doing the live streams. I really enjoy myself. You don't see Bird or Michelle's daughter. You might. They're probably on the horizontal. You're on the vertical. See, you're on the. Well, I'm always for that. And when is your birthday, Michelle's daughter? And I'm fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that. Oh, oh no, we're not. I'm not even. Well, I won't even touch that. Hey, TCOG, my man, how are you? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Oh, Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Oh, you know what? I'm not touching that. I mean, but hold on, Cheryl Burnett, are you really shocked? I mean, come on, get y'all president. I was a little bit under the weather, still am a little bit, but I'm doing better. And as Bella World said, you make sure to double tap that screen, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. Now, Sam Darnold, I'm going to go over. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, you joined us on the other side, huh? I have to be fair about the Seahawks. I was dead wrong about Sam Darnold. I was dead wrong. He played very well this season. And I tell you who else was wrong about him. You know, the Steelers had a chance to get Sam Darnold cheap. He said the Seahawks are going to win the game. Well, I'm pretty sure that they are the prohibitive favored team right now. You have people thinking you were blocked, fellas world. I know I never blocked you. I would never block you. Everybody's going with the Seahawks, huh? Everybody's going with the Seahawks. Goodness gracious. Well, let me break it down. First, let's go for the injury report. I'm gonna do the Seahawks. Seahawks have too many. Said the Seahawks have too many weapons, huh? Oh, oh, come on. You know we're not gonna do you wrong, fellas world. You know that. Well, let me do the Seahawks report. Safety Nick Emawari, who injured his ankle in the practice on Wednesday, he was a full participant Friday. He's going to be good to go, according to the coach Mike McDonald. The fullback Robbie Outs, who missed the championship game with a neck injury, he's questionable. And I believe he's the only one that's questionable so far. Oh, you said the Patriots are going to win? You're about the only one that's choosing New England, let me tell you. Now, Sam Darnold had been limited in practice, injuring his oblique, but he's going to play, no question about it. Now, the Patriots have three players who are questionable. Their outside linebacker, Harold Landry, and he was limited, and linebacker Robert Spillane was limited, both with one with a knee injury, Landry, and Robert Spillane had an ankle injury. Now, defensive lineman Joshua Farmer has returned to practice from injured reserve, but as of now has not been activated and added to the 53-man roster. Drake May had a shoulder injury, but he's good to go. Oh, you work on Sunday. Well, they should make that a holiday, but I digress. Mhm. So that was the injury report for both teams. When the Seahawks have the football, you don't care who wins, you'll be packing. Okay. I'm like you. I don't care who wins. It's not like the Steelers are there. And I don't really have a rooting interest in either team. Now, ironically, 20 years ago, yeah, she was that live was outstanding. And if you haven't seen it, make sure to watch her live stream. It was outstanding. It was outstanding. Yep, you got that right. Bills before thrills. Yeah. Even the commercials aren't as exciting as it used to be, but I'll be on the lookout for that. Speaking of not exciting as it used to be, I'm glad I missed those Grammy Awards, but I digress. The Seahawks are, if you notice, the NFL has gone back to the future. Oh, no need to thank me. Thank you. That was a wonderful live stream. See, a lot of these guys are going. I do. I like championship games too, where it's all on the line. And thank you, Bella's World, for doing that. Thank you so much. And I'm going to leave that up there. I'm going to leave that up there for a minute. Now, remember where RPOs and everything was, and a couple of years ago was all about the RPOs. It was about the pistol, and it was about the Wildcat. Now, and it was always about the shotgun. Now teams are finding out, you know what? It's best to have our quarterback, imagine that, underneath the center and actually hiking him the football and not have to do it through shotgun. And actually running the football is a beautiful thing. And both of these teams do it as well as anybody. Now, they do it by running back by committee because they base a lot of their big plays off of play action passes. So whoever runs the football the most effective has the inside track of winning, especially Seattle, because that's how Seattle gets a lot of their chunk plays. See, Drake May has an arm that's pretty much foolproof. I mean, it is weatherproof, it is strong, it is accurate, and he showed that all season long. Well, for the most part. He did not show that last week against Denver, but that was a little tougher sledding. You know how cold it was then. They do show new movies coming out during the Super Bowl too. Okay, I'll be sure to. Yeah, they do show a lot of trailers. They definitely do show a lot of trailers. Seattle likes to get the ball to Jackson Smith-Njigba from Ohio State. He's one of the top 5 receivers in the sport, and he showed why all season long. Sam Darnold outplaying Matthew Stafford. People don't know the Seahawks are going to win. No, I think most people are picking the Seahawks. But they gain a lot of chunk plays due to their play action. Walker wears them down, but Charbonnet gets a lot of yards too. Yeah, they throw in a lot of trick plays, but sometimes, and if you remember, Seattle tricked themselves right out of a Super Bowl instead of handing the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. And that was about 15 years. No, that was about 10 years ago. And that was the dynasty that never was, because the Seahawks had a chance to win 2 in a row, and they blew it. They absolutely blew it. They never went back to the Super Bowl until now. But that, remember, those were the Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson, Seahawks. Russell Wilson might be the first quarterback to play himself out of the Hall of Fame. And speaking of which, a Hall of Fame quarterback did pass away. And I know TCOG definitely remembers this name. Sonny Jurgensen, the Hall of Fame quarterback for the Washington Redskins back in the 60s and early 70s. He passed away at the age of 91. Remember, he had his job taken away due to injury by Billy Kilmer. And ironically, Sonny Jurgensen and Billy Kilmer were the best of friends. They were closer to brothers. In fact, Billy Kilmer took his job and Sonny Jurgensen backed him up. I mean, he actually stayed with him. They were like family, those guys. Those two were very close, and they remained close to the very end. They were extremely close friends. And you don't normally see that when it comes to quarterback competition like that. We all remember how Joe Montana hated Steve Young. Those two still hate each other. Now, sometimes it happens to where they're healthy adversaries, like they're close friends off the field, but they were rivals on the field. Like Drew Bledsoe was very close to Brady, but Drew thought that he would be the quarterback for the New England Patriots, but they ended up trading him within the division because they traded him to the Buffalo Bills. I remember that. And Bledsoe had a few good years there. Oh, we all know that Jefferson Street Joe Gilliam was a much better quarterback than Bradshaw, but of course, those drugs did ruin him, no question about it. And if you remember, it was Chuck Noll who told Joe Gilliam, Joe, you know what? You like to have fun, but unfortunately, you're going to fund yourself right out of this league. And that is exactly what happened to Jefferson Street Joe Gilliam. So when the Patriots have the ball, they pretty much have the same philosophy as the Seattle Seahawks. They like to run the ball, and they do it running back by committee also. Their rookie running back from Ohio State has given them a boost. Stevenson has done well, but Drake May likes to throw the ball down the field as well. You know what? I did not agree with them firing Gerard Mayo after one season, but to be fair, Mike Vrabel was built. He was built to take over for Bill Belichick as head coach of the New England Patriots. So I understand why they made the move, and as you see, it paid off, and that's why they're in the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel is a very good head coach. I tell you what, if you had told me the Steelers were going to hire Mike Vrabel to take over for Mike Tomlin, I would have no problem, because if you remember, Mike Vrabel actually started his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he was let go and he was picked up by the New England Patriots, where he made his bones and had a very good career. He played about 13 seasons, and he's got a few Super Bowls underneath his belt. Mike Vrabel did a little bit of everything for the New England Patriots. You know, I remember those Patriots teams with him, Troy Brown. Those guys used to do everything. They would kick return. They would block. Vrabel would be on the offense and the defense. I mean, you had to be very, very versatile to play for Bill Belichick and his team. And those teams were fundamentally sound. But Belichick should have definitely, we know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. It's a joke that he didn't go in the first ballot, but eventually he'll get in. Hey, listen, Lynn Swann had to wait 14 seasons, so I'm not crying for Bill Belichick, okay? I mean, Stallworth had to wait a long time, too. A lot of guys had to wait. T.O. had to wait, which was a joke. We all know that Terrell Owens should have been a Hall of Famer. Now, both defenses are very sound as well. I think if there is one weakness, I think the Patriots secondary is worse than the Seattle secondary. I think Seattle's secondary is much stronger. I think New England's pass rush isn't as strong as Seattle's either. And that might be the difference of the game. Both quarterbacks know how to get rid of the ball quickly. They're both very smart. You know, it is funny to see Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. I mean, a lot of people gave up on him. I mean, he was given up on by San Francisco, definitely the Jets, Carolina. A lot of teams gave up on Sam Darnold. Minnesota had a shot to re-sign him and didn't. But Sam Darnold definitely had the last laugh. And he is going to be in Super Bowl 60 in just a few hours. Drake May was picked for this. He was the third pick in the draft. I mean, people thought that May would, they knew he had the potential. Yep, Darrelle Revis. Ooh. Revis Island. Alquippa, that's right. High school with 3 Hall of Fame players. Yep. Ty Law was a great corner. Yes, they will. They will always have that dark cloud over their head. You're right about that. And it really started with the tuck rule game, to be quite honest. I mean, there are many people, including myself, that still say it's a fumble. I mean, they changed the rules in midstream for Tom Brady, and that's why I never respected the Patriots. And a lot of people will try and say, well, they changed the rule for the Steelers. No, the ball never touched the ground and it bounced off of Jack Tatum first. I mean, please, that's a whole different ball game. For 100 years, what Brady did was considered a fumble. They made up a tuck rule just to make up a tuck rule. But I digress. Tony Dorsett, one of my favorite running backs, he was so smooth. You know what? I always argued with the Dallas Cowboy fans that Tony Dorsett was the better running back, but Emmitt Smith was the better football player. And if you played, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Tony Dorsett was smoother. He hit the hole quicker. He had his offensive line was decent, but it wasn't as good as Emmitt Smith's offensive line. But listen, and I'm not knocking. Emmitt Smith was tough as nails. That's why I say that Emmitt Smith is the better football player. Emmitt Smith was a better pass catcher out of the backfield. He was a better blocker than Dorsett, but Dorsett was the better running back. If I had to pick one, I would probably pick Tony Dorsett. The Hawk. I remember in boxing the Hawk Aaron Pryor, but I digress. That's another video for another day. And a lot of people felt that Sugar Ray Leonard was ducking Aaron Pryor. There were 2 guys they said that he was ducking. It was Aaron Pryor and Donald Cobra Curry. Yeah, I know I'm definitely telling my age on a lot of these. But I digress. When it comes to the coaches, I have to give a slight edge to Vrabel because he's won it as a player. I mean, McDaniel's a very good coach also. I'm not knocking him as a coach, but I do believe that Vrabel is the better coach. I think he got more out of his talent. I mean, they both got the most out of their talent, but I think the Patriots aren't as talented as the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are a more talented team. than the New England Patriots. Oh, listen, all sports have gotten softer. It's not just football. Have you seen the NBA? Yes, he was. He started out, and I bought that out. Mike Vrabel started out as a Steeler. In fact, he was drafted by Cower. I remember Mike Vrabel. He was in between. He wasn't fast enough to really play linebacker, but he wasn't strong enough to be on the line. He was they never really found a good place for Vrabel as a Steeler, but that is the genius of Belichick on the defensive end. He is very good at that. And that's why, to me, it is a joke that he didn't make the Hall of Fame. Let's face it, he's a Hall of Famer, no matter how we feel about him. Sometimes it's facts over feelings. I mean, that's sort of like when it comes to government. I'm facts over feelings. No, they absolutely could not play with. Tom Brady would quit fourth game in. That's why, as much as sometimes Terry Bradshaw, you want to smack him upside the head, but we have to respect him because he might have not been the smartest guy in the world, but he was as tough as nails. And all you need to know about Bradshaw, Super Bowl 10, the last throw he made to Lynn Swann, nobody in today's NFL would be able to take that hit and walk off the field like Bradshaw did. And TGOG, I'm telling the truth on that. That's why you're laughing. And you want to smack him upside the head. You know it. You're right. Make sure you're hitting that like button. I really appreciate that. I swear, I really enjoy when you're here, man. I thank you so much. You make it a lot better. It is, you know what? I always look forward to seeing you, sir. And I love all y'all in the chat. I really enjoy y'all so much. Now let me actually get to actually making the pick. That'd be nice, right? I know a lot of people are picking Seattle. I do believe that the Seahawks are going to. I do believe that New England's going to make it a closer game than people think. I think that. Listen, would I be shocked if New England won this football game? Absolutely not. Do I think New England is going to win the football game? Absolutely not. I think it'll be a nip and tuck game. It'll be 20 years too late for Pete Carroll, Marshawn Lynch, Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman and the guys, but I do believe that the Seattle Seahawks win the game by a score of 27-24 over the New England Patriots. Hey, Donnie Hughes, how are you? I've been hanging in there. You said 24-17? I wouldn't be shocked at that. It could be a low-scoring game. Both defenses do warrant that. Do I think overtime? I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked if it's an overtime and win by a field goal. Yeah. Easy. Oh, thank you, Hypnotic Touch. Oh, you enjoy my thoughts on this one? I meet your approval, which means they're going to lose? Thank you so much. Yep, that is my pick for Super Bowl 60. Seattle 27, New England 24. I do not. Would I be shocked if it went overtime? No, but I don't think it will. I know one thing. The halftime show, I'll skip it. Bad Bunny, no. I tell you, this was a fun live stream. Thank you all so much. I'd like to thank Bella's World, Donnie Hughes, Mr. Carruthers, Hypnotic Touch, TCOG, Cheryl Burnett, the Queen Bee, Michelle's daughter, and of course, misunderstood. All those in the clouds, all those in the bushes, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. You said you like Bad Bunny? He's all right, but I don't know if he's Super Bowl halftime all right. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? You in this cooking challenge. I'm never living that down. I gotta get my I gotta get my lick back. In fact, where'd she go? Goodness gracious. All those in the clouds, all those in the bushes. Uncle Claude signing out. Enjoy the games, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. You just gotta love Hypnotic Touch Touch. Ice is going to ruin the. Ice might. Ice might go after Bad Bunny. He better sing everything in English. I'm just saying. Let me. I'm gonna get canceled here. Uncle Claude signing out. Take care. Stay safe. Take care. Stay safe. And God bless. Good night, everybody. Will he be singing Stand By Me when the ice comes after him? I'm sorry. Good night, everybody. That was a good line.